Now here's the trick. You have a router here in the middle. I get that. I get that. What you would do is you're going to have to make sure that you can route through this router.
Why don't you just create a host on the other side?
We're here on the DMZ.
And change the IP address on that.
You could. But think about this. Think about this, Harvey. What is you set up your security levels on each interface, do you not?
Yeah, after you upload the image.
Right. So, if you do that and you configure it, yes, you can absolutely do that. But if you leave that ASDM up on the DMZ, what do you create? You create a potential security hole. Somebody gets into one of these devices from the outside, they can then pivot to my firewall. You took 471 last
But
quarter,
then what's the
didn't you?
difference when you create there? They just had to go through one more hop. Or is that like it's just router, it's just there for one more hop?
Right. But I have a higher security level here. All right. I have an additional security layer here that I can add as well. All right, with this router. All right. And it's not foolproof, sure, but it's best practice.
You just make him go through more time.
Exactly. I want to make it harder, not easier. Okay, but can you set up a host on this network here, the 192.168.28, and do the upload here? Yes, you can.
I think the 10 network is the host outside.
All right. Let me show you how I would do this.
Okay. The other one.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to set up a host. Actually, hold on. I need to do something first before I do this. Actually, let me close GNS3. Before I do anything, I need to set up my network to work. All right. So, VM. There it is. Virtual Network Editor.
I have a question on the virtual network. So when I changed it for Lab 3, it screwed up all my stuff for 471, like everything. So are there other tools that we can use other than?
Yes, there is. Okay, so let's say we're still working on Lab 3. I don't want to mess with my networks here. Fine. Add network. VMnet 2. It's going to be set up host only. That's fine. That will work for what we're going to do. It arbitrarily just picks an IP network. Okay? You want to change that to whatever your inside network is going to be. 10.0.0.0. All right? You can hit apply. Okay, that sets that up. Now, for the purpose of this lab, I have 10.0.0.1 on the inside of my network, right? So if I want to get this to work per the lab, this is kind of a different step than I had you do in Lab 3, or per the test, I should say. If I go into my Network Sharing Center, and I find that new adapter, because it creates an adapter, right? I got to figure out, okay, which one is it? I think it's 22. but I can find out real quick by just doing a IP config and look for that network that it created. VMnet 2. I think that one's set for me. VMnet 2 right there. So if I go into its properties, I can change my IP address here on my virtual network adapter. So let's say I just want to make that .10, 10.0.0.10. Now I'll make my default gateway 10.0.0.1, which matches the IP that I'm going to give the router. Everybody follow me? Everybody see what I just did? Okay? Because I'm prepping this for when I create the network. I'm not going to worry about DNS right now. No big deal. Alright. Now, when I launch DNS 3, I should be able to set this up relatively quickly. I hope. Test 2. Yes, override it. Alright, so now I'm just going to bring a host down here. I'm going to configure it to use. I don't see VMnet 2 in here.
Is it right there?
Right there.
VMware network adapter.
Oh, there it is. Okay, back. All right, need to add that. There, good. And then I can bring my switch over. This is going to be my inside network. Then I can bring a router over. Let's bring a 3745 in. Firewall in, and this is basically the bottom half of the network right here. Okay? And I'm going to connect 0, say 1's going to be my inside. I'll make sure I put this on VMnet 2. Stop. Why are you being a pain? I think I gotta reboot after I make that VMnet because it's not being recognized.
When does admin?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Remember, I have this issue.
Okay, thank you. Project.
browser open project.
Oh. I think I just goofed it up though.
Yeah.
Crap.
What?
No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Nope. Doesn't like me.
Did you restart? No.
You didn't update?
I've updated, yeah.
That happened to me before.
Probably just the restart then.
Ugh. Alright. I'll restart later because I actually want to keep this up in case you guys need help with the other labs. But you would do that, you do your connection between your host and your router. In the router, I found it alright. Fine, I'll reboot. Dang it. All right, real quick. Come on. Sure, this VPN software that sometimes screws it up. You know what? I'm just going to do a new project here. Test 2, take 2. Host. Firewall. Router. Huh. That's
Oh.
kind of cool. I didn't know they had that. Switch.
Did they have what?
Ether switch router.
Oh.
They're like a layer 3 switch.
Yeah, I never played around with it though.
Hmm.
There we go. Yeah, reboot does wonder. All right. Power everything on.
Wait, that's good.
Why do you have 2 switches?
Because there's 2 networks.
Oh,
Isn't the R1 connected to the ASA and not a switch?
Yeah.
Oh, we just shut that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm in what is essentially R2.
I think you have the GNS3 wrong.
What?
I think you have the cabling wrong. That's what it meant.
I have the cabling wrong. How do I have the cabling wrong? How do I have the cabling wrong?
R2 is
Switch router.
I know. I gotta change the host name.
Oh.
I understand that.
Very confused.
I'm gonna rename that. Rename.
Doesn't it?
Double click on the.
Configure.
It doesn't like that.
It can't.
Gotta be stop.
Yeah.
Right here. There. Sorry. There. Happy? Okay. And squeeze up the connection. Console. Now on R2. Great. 10.0.0.1. That's on Ethernet, I think 0.1. Fast Ethernet 0.1. And fast 0.1. Add 10.0.0.1. Oh shit. Alright. And then the outside interface, which is F00, is that 14. Okay, there we go. So I should be able to ping 10.0.0.1, which is me, and 14 dot 14 dot whatever the heck you are, 40.28.38. Perfect. Okay. Now, in all actuality, I should not have to set up any routing here. Just a static route here in the ASA. All right. So, caps. Host name FW1. It's Ethernet 1. Add 14.40.28.37. Okay. Got that right, I believe, right? 14, 40, 28, 37. Okay, cool. So, Missed one thing. Hang on. I needed to set a route. Route inside 10.0.0.0 class C 14.40.28.38. Now I see that. You need that in order for the firewall to know where the 10 network is. Now, hopefully, you can ping 10.0.0.1. Nope. Alright. There it goes. Okay. .28.38, which is the outside of the router. Oh, it's 10, right? 10 to their 10? Okay. Oh. I know why. Okay. Here's a specific thing that you have to do. This is a pain. This will trip a lot of you guys up. Okay? I have several default gateways, do I not? Alright. So, see here, I do not have a default gateway. Local area network 10, I don't have a default gateway. On my PCI Ethernet adapter that's attached to the campus network, I have a default gateway of 134.71.237.1. Okay? That's going to take precedence. That's going to take precedence. So it's going to look for that 14. Whatever through that network. So you have a couple of different options here. You can unplug. That may or may not work depending on how your operating system is going to handle your IP stack. Okay? Or I can create a route within my OS to that network. So we'll try option 1 since it's the easy one first. Alright. I want to make sure I turn my Wi-Fi off as well, because that'll be another default gateway I got to fight with. So now, let me see if I can now hit that. Everybody understand what the problem was? Why I couldn't ping it at first and now I can't? Everybody understand that? Anybody who does, I'll explain it again, I promise. Okay, no problem. So, my IP stack that I had on my system. Okay? I have several different network interface cards. I have several different default gateways. Okay? The operating system is going to look at the network with the highest amount of bandwidth available to it. So I have several virtual network adapters. I got my VMnet 1, my VMnet 8, the VMnet 2 that I just made. I have my gigabit hardwired cabled network interface card that I had plugged in. And I had my wireless interface, which is, I have a wireless in on this, so I was getting up to 104 megabits per second. The operating system is going to look for the fastest possible way to get to its destination. All right, by the best default gateway, or your gateway of last resort. So it's going to prioritize that to my gigabit interface first, then my wireless, because it's at 104 megabits per second, not 100 megabits per second. And then it'll look at all those VM nets and it'll look at whatever priority it has on each one. So when I was trying to ping the network in GNS3, excuse me, it was trying to go out my gigabit interface. Because that was to the operating system, that was the fastest way to get there. If I'd have unplugged it, it would have tried to go out my wireless, because it was the second fastest. I turned it off. And finally it's going to go, okay, where's my next default gateway? All of my other VM nets I did not have a gateway set up on. That VM net 2 is the only one. So if you guys remember, I went into the IP parameters and I said default gateway there. So now it's trying to get out that way. It's trying to get out that way. And it can, at least to this network. So, hope you got, yes?
So if they're all equal, how does it know which one to do that? Is that going to...
I am not 100% sure, but I can look up in the Microsoft OS documentation. It has to set some sort of priority, whether it's based on the highest MAC address, lowest MAC address, arbitrary priority value that you can set, lowest default gateway number. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it has to be some sort of parameter as such, yeah.
Is there a way to do like an extended thing where you can be like ping a certain default gateway and then the location? Or no? I think I remember doing
In Cisco iOS you can,
Yeah, I remember doing that.
but I'm not 100% sure how you can do that in, and you can do it, I'm going to do it in Linux.
What was the other way? Like, 'cause now
You can do a source list -K.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, source list. All right, so now that I can actually ping my firewall, I can set up my TFTP server, I can TFTP my ASDM image, I can set up my ASDM commands, my HTTP engine, and upload that. All right, so real quick, we set that to the correct interface. Make sure I have my security turned off. Excuse me. And now, from the firewall, I should be able to ping inside 10.0.0.10. What? Interface is shut down. Oh, that's a problem. Int G1. There we go. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me check my firewall. Although I think I have it. Oh, no, no. That might be it.
I think we turn it off.
We're gonna turn it off.
Off. Off. Okay. There we go. Darn firewall. Okay, so now that I have connectivity end to end, I can now do the copy TFTP flash 10.00.10. Source file name. There you go. Uh-oh.
right there.
Wasn't it the ASDM 715?
I'm blind, guys. I'm sorry.
Wait, one up?
Stop. Go back.
Nope.
I don't know.
You just passed it.
Right there. Up one.
ASDM-715-100.10. Destination's gonna be the same. Okay. This may take a little bit. Alright, this may take a little bit. Obviously it's a big file, and it's having to go through actually 4 CPU cycles per packet.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Why is it so much slower?
because it's having to go through 4 CPU cycles per packet.
Because you have all that interfaces.
Yeah, because I did that through different interfaces. All right. Remind me, guys, before the end of the quarter, let that do its thing. There's a way. I'm sorry. There's a way. I want to play around with this. To where we set up a host-based firewall with GNS3. Now, I don't suggest you do this other than just to play around with it because it's very ineffective. It's very, 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 high CPU intensive, but it can also be very secure. And how you do that is you create a host. All right. And this host should be your interface